Hello and welcome
back.
to the podcast. Hazel and Marion. I'm Marion
I'm Hazel.
and this is episode 6.
Episode 6. Woohoo! So again, we're going to start with a card from We're Not Really Strangers. We're still doing the friendship edition.
Yes, pick a card. Pick a card.
Pick a card. I think I'm going to go with level 2 still, which is what we did last episode.
Let's go.
All right.
Hopefully not too deep.
I hope not too. Okay. What's something we used to do for fun that we'd avoid at all costs today?
Ooh.
That's not going to incriminate us.
Do we avoid that though? No, not when it's for
No.
free.
What's something we used to do for fun now that we avoid at all costs?
Eating junk food.
Yeah, true.
Like eating overtly unhealthy,
Food, yeah, absolutely.
but also like being self-toxic.
Oh, true. Self-sabotaging.
Yeah, self-sabotaging.
Yeah, I think that's a good answer.
Yeah.
We definitely both avoid doing that now that we've had some life experience and have had our hearts broken.
Yeah,
and-
yeah. And
things
it's
like
like,
that.
oh, I don't want to go through that again.
Yeah, so now I'm like, I don't want to be a toxic person anymore.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Wow, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
You're right. We were definitely not the best people when I early 20s.
no, because I remember when we were younger, we would talk about self-sabotaging, and now we don't even talk about it. Oh, well, we talk about it differently. Like, oh, I now know signs.
Not to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
When-
oh, I see signs in myself where I'm
when I'm
going
about to do
that way.
that.
Yeah, yeah. And you
you're
stop yourself.
right.
Back then, it would be like, oh, I did this. And you're like, you're self-sabotaging.
Yeah, or I'd be like, why do you keep doing this? You'd be like, I don't know, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fun.
But I think now we have too many things at stake to be doing
Way
that.
too much. Way too much.
That's a good answer. Yeah, I don't have anything else on top of that.
Okay, what about our listeners? Hit us up at our Instagram, TikTok, or down in the Spotify questionnaire.
What did you used to do for fun that now you avoid at all costs?
Exactly. Can be anything.
Can be anything. It can be like, I don't know.
Drugs.
Yeah, yeah, sure. If you want to post it on social media, go for it.
Yeah, because I'll be publishing it and we'll be discussing
We'll
it.
be discussing it. All right. So for today's episode, I will do another "Am I the Asshole" segment. But I will do what you did to me, where I'll give you two options. I'll give
Yeah.
you the titles,
Love it.
and you can decide which one you want me to read out loud,
Mhm.
and we'll discuss it. And then if our listeners want, they can also decide if they want to hear the other one.
Can't wait.
So for your first option is, am I the asshole for asking my coworker what would happen if I drank her breast milk?
Ooh, you see a milk theme going on. All right.
I
yeah.
know. And the second one is, am I the asshole for leaving the room while my girlfriend was crying?
Okay. Those are both tough because I want to listen to both of them. So can you guys just let us know that you want to listen to the other one that I don't pick? But we'll go with the same theme
The
as
milk.
last time.
We're
and
keeping
go
it with the milk.
milk.
Okay, so am I the asshole for asking my coworker what would happen if I drank her breast milk? So my 20 female
Not the asshole.
valid questions. Okay, so my 20-year-old female coworker Kate had a baby a little while ago.
Yeah.
And in the break room during lunch yesterday, she was talking about breastfeeding.
Mm.
During the conversation, I asked Kate, hey, so what would happen if I were to drink your breast milk? Kate said, excuse me? I did realize that it sounded like a weird question when you didn't hear the train of thought leading up to it. So I tried to explain myself and said, I mean, is it okay because your baby is related to you, but I'd get sick because I don't have your same bacteria? Kate didn't answer me, but our other coworker Lauren then said, well, it can't be that's how it works because then wet nurses wouldn't have been a thing. I've never heard of a wet nurse and asked Lauren, what's that? Lauren said, it's when you hire a nanny who had a baby at the same time as you so that she can also breastfeed your baby for you, but it's like an old time thing.
Yeah.
So at this point, Kate said, you guys are being dicks, and left. I found out today that she's telling people that me and Lauren were making fun of her about breastfeeding. So I do understand why Kate would have been uncomfortable with the first way I asked the question because, yes, that was kind of a stupid way to say it. But I don't really understand how she thinks I was making fun of her at all. Am I the asshole?
Can I answer?
Yes.
No. No.
Okay.
But like I get it. I get that there's a train of thought there. Maybe you could have started with the train of thought and then led to the question. Um, this sounds like office politics to me, which I'm
Yeah.
not at all like interested in, but I love listening about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, now it's been misconstrued, and now you're gonna get demoted, and you're gonna be put in a performance plan until you get fired. All because you wanted to see what would happen to taste your co-worker's breast milk.
I think it was an intrusive thought that came
Came
in.
out,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was like there was like no filter.
Yeah.
Because if, like, for example, you and I were just talking
Mm.
and you asked me that,
Yeah.
I don't think you would be the asshole.
No.
But if it was like someone that I work with that I barely knew,
Yeah. But like, but does that make you an asshole or a creep?
probably just a creep.
Okay, yeah, because like that's not an asshole move. It's. I think this person. I'm assuming it's a guy, right? Asking a girl.
Probably.
Yeah, creepy.
Yeah.
And
Most likely, yes.
And there's probably mummy issues there. But
If you ever watch The Boys, have you watched The Boys?
yeah.
You think of Homelander?
Yeah,
There you go.
loves a good feeding time.
Yes.
I was going to say that I think the person's thought was as a scientific idea behind it.
Yeah.
Because he went straight to, oh, will it not work? Will I get sick because of bacteria, blah, blah, blah,
Yes.
blah. And then they go on to the discussion of wet nurses. Now,
I never heard of that until I read this
You never
post.
know what a
No,
wet nurse
I didn't
is?
know what
Oh,
wet
it's
nurse
very
is.
popular in like America, but also it was like
Oh.
slaves. if you know.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
That's why they said old timey thing instead of slavery.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's almost, yeah.
Interesting.
Let's not get into that. So yeah, I don't think you're the asshole, friend. I think what's the breast mama's name?
Kate.
I think Kate's the asshole.
Hot take.
Lukewarm.
Lukewarm take.
Lukewarm. You don't want hot, or else the baby gets burnt.
Yeah.
So just
Lukewarm take. I guess I'm thinking about it because like I work in healthcare, so I don't think that the question is out of line. But in a
No.
corporate setting, I can see how that could go wrong. But also, if it was just three women
Yeah.
talking, that wouldn't have been offensive at all.
Yeah. But old
but,
mates telling everyone that these two are making fun of her for breastfeeding. Like that wasn't the situation.
no, absolutely not. I
They
think
literally taught her something. Well, at least one of the other girl taught her something. Like, boom, welcome to history.
I think she just definitely misunderstood the situation. There was an update that was posted.
Okay, tell me the update.
The pro-star is actually also a 20-year-old female, not a male.
Plot twist.
Plot twist.
No, so no one's the asshole. No, definitely not even close. That's just a yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
it's just girls talking
Yeah,
girl
just girls
things.
talking about tits.
and milk,
Yeah.
like
That's
natural
like,
biological things.
It doesn't. You can't ask a man a very no.
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 I knew where that was going.
Yeah, I think.
And I feel like we would know the answer to that if you were to flip it around.
like as in, are you the asshole? If it was like, wait, what do you mean? Like,
Like, are you
if this
asking
was
if
three
I-
men,
Oh, 3 men. Okay, I was thinking
obviously
it
you
was like
can't
a female
drink
and male.
a man's breast milk because they don't have breast milk. But there's other things you can drink.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
what
like,
I was thinking about.
Yeah, that's also creepy. I mean,
Is it creepy?
Yeah, but definitely.
If 3 straight men talked about it, is that creepy?
No, I think no, because it would be like again, it's scientific, right?
Okay.
It's like it's boy science. It's like, oh, I wonder what will happen if I drank, your thing. And I'm sure like the boys will be like, oh yeah,
Yeah, you want some of
you want
this?
some of this?
Yeah, I can give you some more
Yeah.
juice.
But let me actually like I'll put a pin on that because that's a great topic for
Yeah.
another time.
Yeah.
Straight boys doing gay shit.
Yeah. Definitely.
But now that they're all three
all
females,
3 females, yes.
yeah, what's the breastfeeder's name again?
Kate.
Kate, asshole, not the writer.
Yeah, not the writer. There
not
we
the writer.
go.
What's the update?
She asked Kate, like, she said, hey, I wanted to say sorry about yesterday. I get now that I asked a really inappropriate question and I'm sorry for making you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I understand that you felt like I was making fun of you, but that wasn't my intention. And Kate said, okay, hold on. You were really just trying to ask about the germs in my milk. And the writer,
Kate's a dumb bitch.
the person says, yeah, I know it sounded bad, but I swear that's all I meant. Kate says, well, if it's a genuine question, I'm sorry too. I shouldn't have assumed ill intent. And that was the end of the conversation.
Sorry, there was no ill intent in that. By the way, like it is a woman asking another woman, "What do you think would happen if I, a grown woman, drank your milk?"
Yes,
Like-
and women talk about everything.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't think it was offensive at
That's
all.
not offensive. I think Kate is a little titty baby, and she needs to go back under a rock. Asshole.
I agree. The person was not the asshole. Kate is lukewarm asshole.
What's everyone saying?
Everyone initially said the poster was an asshole because she was being creepy for asking that question.
You know what? What if this post actually is a guy and
And
wanted,
then, they lied and said,
asshole.
actually, I'm a female. If that's the thing, if it's gender, if it's a guy, are they an asshole?
No, I still
No.
think no.
I still think no.
Yeah. Kate,
Um,
get your shit together.
but everyone kind of just said there's a time and place to ask you questions.
Yeah.
Or Google it.
Yeah. Oh, I was just gonna say. I
Or
bet you.
do what I
Outlook-
do. Type the question in Google, then end it with Reddit.
And obviously, yes, there is a time and a place, and maybe you should have done it outside the building.
Yeah.
But like, Kate started throwing shade at you, saying, "Oh, you're making fun of me." Also, Kate misinterpreted that whole situation. So
Exactly. Someone actually posted, imagine if in the first post saying that, when everyone said that the poster was an asshole, they said, imagine if you had to submit semen samples that were collected during the workday, and every time someone saw the cups they'd know you used, they'd make a comment about your bodily functions. That's not something anyone wants openly discussed anywhere in the office. Do you agree?
no, I disagree because
But women breastfeed at most places, a lot of places now.
yeah, and men just don't.
They don't jerk off
Yeah,
in
they
public.
just
And if
don't
they
have a
do, it's
wank.
actually sexual harassment.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you can go to jail for that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and also, milk is important to survive. Like, it's part of.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, true.
Yeah. I mean,
I think
are you
people-
gonna? Are you about,
I
are
was
you
going
about
to
to
say,
say,
like,
well,
people would
so
argue semen is also important. And people put on their faces as like skincare. So,
Yeah, but you're not doing it in the office. Like, you can breastfeed in the office and no one's gonna say anything. But if you start putting cum on your face,
Some sexual harassment things will
that's
come
more
up.
than that. That's like something's innately wrong. Like, imagine if you just got a tube out, right? And like everyone thought it was just moisturizer. You're like, nah. This is freshly squeezed men's semen. People were like, nah, what's wrong with you? Anyway, like, you can't compare with breast milk. It's just not the same. It is not the same. You don't feed that to a baby.
No.
No. And if you do,
Oh
you're-
gosh, if you do,
get out of here.
please.
Don't listen to this podcast. Go.
We need to save the baby. Oh, so
banter.
someone else said in a comment underneath that she's a former breastfeeding mother. One question that was asked for her was, do you ever get aroused by the baby sucking?
Oh no. See, now that. No, that's an asshole. No, that's an asshole. That's different. That's creepy as hell.
really disgusting. So, in one of our previous episodes, I may have mentioned the term cat pyramid scheme.
Meow.
In relation to owning cats and living
Yes.
with cats.
Yes. So
So something I learned when I moved out. So before I moved out, I was very much a dog person.
yeah, you're also allergic to cats.
I didn't know I was allergic to
Oh,
cats
okay.
until I moved in with you,
Yeah.
and we had Rocky and Fifi in the house.
Yeah.
Um,
Rocky's my cat, me and Vincent's cat.
yep, and Fifi is my housemate's cat.
Yeah.
And they've lived together before, but I've never lived with them.
Yeah.
And my allergies, my sinuses have not been cleared since the day I moved into this house.
Yeah, you and Vincent both.
However, something that my housemate and I discussed is the fact that cats are a pyramid scheme. I was a dog person before moving out of home.
Yeah.
After 1 year of living with Rocky and Fifi, I now just love cats so much.
Yeah.
I spend so much time with Fifi, and when Rocky was home, I just spent all my time with him, chasing him around the house, trying to like get him
Bullying.
to love me.
Forcing your love. Yeah.
Forcing my love onto him to
Yeah.
get him to love me back, that it got to the point that my housemate who owns Fifi adopted a second cat,
Yeah.
Linguini,
Yeah.
and I claimed her as mine.
Yeah. She's actually yours now. Like,
She actually is mine because I was, when Linguini came to our house, she was 8 weeks old,
yeah.
and I, out of all the housemates, was home more often than
Yeah.
them. Including the housemate that adopted Linguini.
Yeah.
So Linguini imprinted on me.
Yeah.
She thinks now I'm her mum, and
Yeah.
I've spent a lot of time with her. I trained her. She does a lot of tricks. I've taken her for hikes. We've gone for a hike
Oh
together.
yes, we have brought her
I've
with us.
catnapped her with my ex-boyfriend. We took her to a park.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Stick man.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
That's fine.
Non-existent.
Non-existent.
Yeah.
But anyways, we
Don't
catnapped
know,
we
don't care.
catnapped her when she was 11 weeks old.
Right, yeah.
And we took her to a park.
Yeah.
And then I started catnapping her more often. And I
Wait,
started
what's
taking
catnapping? Sorry.
it's like kidnapping.
Oh, okay. But that's not catnapping when.
But she wasn't my cat at first.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
So I
I
started
just always thought she was yours, basically. Anyway.
I know, but I started taking her to my parents' house.
Yeah.
And my mum was very anti-animals because she's also asthmatic.
Yeah, our whole family is.
And the moment she met Fifi,
Yeah.
she'd come over and Fifi would play around with her foot because Fifi's got a fetish.
Yeah.
My mum started warming up to the idea of cats, but she's still like, oh no, I'm allergic, I'm asthmatic, please get them away from me. And then I started taking Linguini to my parents' house,
Mm.
and all of a sudden, Linguini could sense that my mum didn't want to touch her, so she sat on her lap. And then that's when it all started.
Interesting.
That's when my mum fell in love. And now
Cat pyramid scheme.
cat pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
And then Fifi was so much happier when Linguini wasn't in the house. And of course, being my housemate's first child, my housemate realized that maybe it'd be a good idea if my parents take Linguini every now and then. And that's how Linguini became mine. And now my mom is obsessed with this
Imagine
cat.
talking about a human kid like that.
A funny side note, the other day, one of my colleagues was showing me her grandchild,
Yeah.
and my coworker and I were like, hey, this is our dog and this is my cat.
Yeah. That's how you relate.
Because we don't have
That's
children.
yeah, exactly.
But point is, people hate on cats because they think cats are weird. They're very like antisocial. They don't want to be like around a lot of people.
Yeah.
But when you live with a cat, it changes your whole perspective.
Yeah.
And this is where the pyramid scheme come, because all of a sudden you want your own cat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's also something called the cat distribution system.
Okay. Pause on that.
Mm.
So just on your story, there's a few things that I noted. One is the word imprint. And if you ever read Twilight, the whole series.
Wow, I forgot about that. Please don't
That's
read
the-
Twilight ever again.
That's the only thing I could think of from that moment on. So now
I mean,
that's
I'm
out
not
of-
Jacob imprinting on a baby.
Ugh. But it's that's the gist of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And second thing, yes, people do hate on cats
Yeah.
because people are dog people and they love dogs and they will shit on cats to make dogs
you
feel better.
can love both.
You can love both. I love both.
Yes.
But one's just easier to take care of.
Oh my gosh, I don't need to. I mean, I walk Linguini. I'm crazy though.
Yeah, but you don't need to. You walk her.
No, but I don't need to. I also
Yeah.
bathe her weekly, so I'm also crazy like that too.
You don't even do that to dogs.
They
That's
do need
your
to get.
allergies.
Yeah, but dogs do get bathed a lot more than cats.
Yeah, we haven't bathed Rocky in 6 months,
But because
and
I'm
he still
allergic,
smells good.
oh, that's good. But because I'm allergic, I need to bathe Linguini.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
I love her,
Yeah.
but I can't breathe.
Yeah, but like Linguini's food isn't like a gazillion dollars.
No, it's not.
Exactly, and you don't have to take Linguini to the groomers.
No.
And how often is Linguini injured from doing something stupid?
Not. She's pretty resilient. I
Exactly.
mean, I've dropped her a lot of times, and she
well.
lands on her feet.
Someone called the DHS.
RSPCA.
Well, if we're treating them like animals,
Oh,
then yes,
okay.
RSPCA. But if we're treating them like kids, the DHS.
But yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, Linguini just showed affection, and then all of a sudden, my mom has been converted, and now she's a cat lover.
Yes.
And every day that Linguini's got my parents at the moment, so I co-parent Linguini with my parents. But every day my mom sends me a million videos and photos of her and Linguini around the house. They play around together. And it's just like my parents call Linguini their grand cat.
Well, it is.
It is, I know.
You gave birth to it.
She's exactly like me.
Yeah, like I think everyone gets like,
Cats just have a bad reputation.
yeah, they've got a bad reputation like someone else I know. Always on the media. And I was talking about Taylor Swift, by the way, if no one got that.
I was about to
Yeah,
say the
thank
bad
you.
reputation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rocky's a black cat. So
I love Rocky.
His reputation is extra bad because black cats are known as like bad luck.
Yes.
Or
Evil.
evil.
Yeah.
But I know black cats from like Salem from the Teenage
Sabrina,
Witch. Sabrina. Yeah, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And Salem's a sassy bitch. Like
Rocky's
Salem was
not
a
a
gay
sassy
cat.
bitch.
Well, he is.
He's a dramatic.
He's dramatic. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm in so much pain as I eat my food, and you haven't fed me for an extra minute than you normally do. Oh, the pain. But like because Rocky was Vincent's cat first,
Yes.
and then I met Vincent, and
You fell in love with Rocky. There's a cat
Yes,
pyramid scheme.
Exactly. And because like I don't know if Vincent was telling me lies, but he would always say, oh, you're like one of the first few people that Rocky actually liked being around that I brought around. And I'm like,
And Rocky's got mad anxiety issues.
he does. Like he heard your car come in today,
Oh.
and he was on his on 2 feet leaning on a couch.
Aw.
And then he realized it's you because we told him, oh, it's just Hazel.
And he remembers me, so he eventually came out.
And he's so friendly. But he does have anxiety issues. But yeah, I fell in love with him because he's just the cutest little thing. Like they know exactly how much love to give that you want more.
Oh, Linguini
And
gives
they
you
know-
all the love.
And they know exactly when to give it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna give you a bit of love. Oh, here it is.
because I want to be fed.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna take that away and you're gonna want more.
That's just Rocky because Linguini loves me all the time.
But isn't that part of the pyramid scheme? Like that's what gets you
A little bit
hooked?
more. And also, the other person that fell in love with Rocky is our
Oh.
housemate. The reason why she got Fifi is because of Rocky. She saw Rocky. She lived with Rocky first, and she was converted to a cat person that she bought Fifi.
Oh yes, that is true. Yes. But
So
that's
not Rocky. Rocky took over 2 people's lives. 3, including
But you know
mine.
what's funny about that
Yes.
is that your housemate was converted. Our old housemate T was converted was different the way your mum was converted because your mum was converted through love,
Yes.
whereas T was converted through
Withdrawal of love.
withdrawal.
I actually went on a date with someone a few years ago, and I remember specifically talking about Rocky and Fifi and how much I love them. But at some point, they're like, love me, but then they'll take their love away.
Yeah.
And this boy or this man was
This
like,
boy.
sorry, he was quite nice. He just obviously did go further than one date. But he was like to me, do you like people that are hard to love? And I was like, this
my
man
God,
is
he-
pulling an Uno reverse
yeah,
on me.
he fucking reverse Uno you.
And I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, I just noticed that you talk about Rocky and how he gives you a little bit of love and then he runs away and then you want to give him the love and chase him.
Oh my
Is
God.
that something that you like to do in relationships?
Oh my God, are you seeing a psychologist?
And now that you pointed that out with our
Yeah,
housemate
yeah.
and how you said that Rocky won her over with the withdrawal of his
Withdrawal
love.
of his love, yeah.
I think there's something going on here.
Oh, maybe we should get
I
old
think
mate on
I think we should
and
ask
discuss
her.
this.
Because now that I have gone through therapy and have healed, that's probably why I love Linguini so much because she gives me all the love and I don't
Yeah.
have to work very hard for it.
Yeah. And like the thing with Rocky is I've learned not to work hard for it because he will give it. He will give it. When you
This
when
sounds like a toxic
yeah,
relationship,
it
doesn't
is.
it?
I love it. It's the one thing that I can do and get away with now.
Because at least Rocky won't break your heart.
Exactly. At dinner, because like he doesn't see me or Vincent all day.
Yeah.
Right. So he gets his food from Vincent. Like he doesn't like me feeding him.
Yes, just only from his main dad.
Yeah, from his dad, and then he goes to his daddy, me, but like I'm having dinner or I'm like editing the podcast, and he'll lift up, like come to my lap and just like wait for him to be invited,
Mm.
and then I'll tap my lap and like, oh come on Rocky, and then he'll sit there,
Yeah.
he'll
But it's
lay
on
there
his terms.
on his terms, right? Like, I
Yeah.
can't be too desperate.
Oh, this sounds
'Cause
like
if
a
I-
toxic
yeah.
boyfriend.
Yeah, if I get too keen,
Yeah,
he's
it's
not
over.
a fan.
Game
And if
over.
I tap it a couple of times, I go, oh, come on, hop up.
Yeah, you're playing the game
He'll be
with
like,
him.
Yeah, of course. I love playing the game
But
with
see,
him.
this is why it's funny.
Yeah.
It's a pyramid scheme, but
Yeah,
also it
it's-
reflects your people's
Yeah.
relationships with
Um,
love.
and he just sits there for like an hour
Mm.
and it will just curl up in a bowl on my lap. And I'm like, oh, I love this boy. And again, I'm in that scheme.
But if you have a cat and your cat does this, just reflect on it. Has someone you've dated been similar to your cat?
Oh my God. I don't think Rocky is anything similar to what I've dated because Rocky actually showed me love.
But that's because you withdrew the love from him.
I need to go see a psychologist.
You've just done a reversal of what Rocky and my housemate's relationship is.
Interesting. You know what? During COVID, we were going to get another cat
I wish we did.
because, no, not that one, but like the first COVID.
Okay.
Because Rocky was so Vincent's cat at the time.
And you wanted your
and
own.
I wanted my own.
See, it's a pyramid scheme.
It is. And I spent a good 2 business days Google searching cats to adopt.
Oh, wow.
Cats to adopt. And like Vincent got Rocky for like $20. And I was looking at cats that were like 200, but like fully vaccinated and everything, right?
Yeah.
And I was still a poor bitch at the time. So I was like, oh, I don't think I could spend $200 on a cat.
Yeah.
Just because I'm feeling like I need to buy a cat. So I thought about it and I was like, and Vince's like, nah, we don't need another one.
Yeah.
I think I do want to, like, we've always discussed it like this, that if when the time comes that Rocky, we have, taken to the farm,
So sad, but yes.
are we getting another one? And Vince is like, nah, I'm done.
Oh, because
Because-
he's become a parent. He's done.
Yeah, but also because his allergies, he wants to be able to smell things again.
Oh.
But me, I don't have that issue. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I really want another one. He goes, yeah, but like, why don't we just get a dog? And I'm like, I could have both. I could honestly have
I
both.
would love to have both.
But
Jay-
I love the fact that I don't have to walk this thing.
Absolutely. I mean, even actually go back to pyramid scheme. So at my birthday, I don't know if you remember, Linguini was like 9 or 10 weeks old. And she was the life of the party. Everyone came for me, but they stayed for Linguini.
Yes, because she was very friendly. Like,
Yeah. And everyone
Like-
was so shocked that she's a cat.
yeah,
That's
and
friendly.
she literally just walked around. Around.
Got passed around.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, if we want to talk about
Apparently, cats are a reflection
of
of their
our
owner.
owner.
That says nothing about me. It just means that Linguini's friendly like me.
Yeah, yeah.
But now, even when I had the board game night the other day, everyone that walked in was like, "Hi, where's Linguini?"
Mm,
First things that came out of their mouth.
mm.
So, cat pyramid scheme.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's a pyramid scheme, but it's also a cult.
Oh, it's such a cult.
It's a cult. And I don't know who the leader is.
Someone in ancient Egypt times.
No, it's apparently before that.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, cat pyramid scheme. We're here for it. And maybe if Vincent allows me, I'll get another one. Maybe.
Yeah, but it's hard work introducing them to each other.
I think Rocky, like you saw Rocky, right?
He's okay. He's okay with other cats.
Yeah. He's not overtly enthusiastic, but he's not like,
But that's just a reflection of Vincent.
that's, oh, is it? No. It is not. It's not. It's not. It actually isn't.
Is it not?
No. Vincent's a little,
Because Vincent's not overly enthusiastic about people, but it's also not.
not to your face.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But in his mind, he's like, who the hell are you? Okay. So it's springtime, in Melbourne, Australia.
Yes.
And the sun is out. And apparently when the sun comes out, it seems like everyone starts getting fit again.
Because the weather's warm, so you want to move around again. Winter makes you like stay
Yeah,
at
but
home.
summer bodies are made in winter.
Yeah, but people don't want to move in winter.
Yeah, and then they get their summer body in winter and they're like, oh, I don't want to move again. It's just a toxic cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the other day, Vincent and I got offered a free PT session.
Yes.
Let me highlight the word free. Otherwise, I probably would not have taken it.
Yeah.
And I had the best time. I really did.
This is leading up. This is like following on the cat pyramid scheme being a cult. PT sessions are a cult.
Yes, I think so. Because I have never sweated so much.
What
my
did you do
life.
in this PT session?
Legs.
Like what exercises?
I can't tell you. Like, I
Oh.
can't remember. I know we did
I thought you meant like you signed
Oh,
a like
no.
non-disclosure.
No. So I'm not really good at but we did squats.
Okay.
And RDLs.
Okay.
Romanian
Yeah,
deadlifts.
deadlifts, yeah.
Yep. For any of those people that are not fit out there. And yes, this is a segment where I can say that I'm fit. But
Gab, I hope you're listening.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, he is. So yeah, we did a PT session, and I was kind of like, unsure about it because I'm
Okay.
like, okay, yeah, this is a pyramid scheme. Here we go. I'm
Okay.
about to get sucked into this crazy thing. And I'm not really a fan of it. Like as an Asian man, or like, I don't know if it's an Asian thing, but
Yeah.
I'm not cheap, but I'm also not like splurging
No, I
money
didn't even
left,
have
right,
a
and
gym
center.
membership because I work out at home. Like
Yeah.
I have my housemate has gym equipment that she bought over COVID that she doesn't use.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I think I know
So
which one.
I've
Yeah.
used it.
Yeah. And my gym membership fee is still from 5 years ago. Like that's the price.
Okay.
And it's great. And I can access all the gyms.
Yeah.
$14 a week. Wild, right?
That's very good.
That's very good. So I was a bit hesitant, but I had the workout of my life.
What was different to this workout to something that you would do?
I think there's a third party there watching me.
Or like, oh, so you have the accountability.
Yeah, accountability. Whereas like if I'm feeling tired or if I'm like, oh, I won't do an extra set or I'll just do 8 reps instead of 10 reps. Like,
So it's just mental. I see.
yeah, it's mental, but I can't be bothered doing that by myself. So like
Okay.
here I am with my PT to be
Okay.
yet, being like, drive as I do my 10th squat. Anyway, like we get through the free trial,
Yeah.
the free session, and I'm like, when is this guy gonna throw out the price?
Yeah.
Because he's doing all the sales tactic, right? Like
Yeah.
I know he's asking my like me and Vincent's knowledge on exercising and like weightlifting,
Yeah.
or well, weights exercise. And I have done my research because
Mm-hmm.
again, I don't believe in PT, nor most of it. So when
Yeah.
he said, "Oh, how long do you normally go with of your breaks?" And I said, "Oh, depending on the weights, if it's quite heavy, I go 1 minute to a minute and a half."
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Oh yeah, a minute and a half to 2 minutes."
All
It's
right,
quite good. And I'm
okay,
like, okay,
30 more seconds
let's add
more.
that 30 seconds more.
Okay,
Okay.
sure.
And then he asked us about our nutrition, and I was like, nah, not the
Oh,
nutrition.
Not the nutrition part.
And then so I said, no, I don't macro count.
No, and he was like, you should.
No, well, I think, and he was like, okay, cool. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm taking like the protein that I need. And he
Yes.
goes, okay, I got him there.
Okay.
But he still hasn't said any price. So
Yeah.
And now after our last exercise, I asked, so like, what's the cost?
Yeah.
And there's 2 options, right? It was either the lower option, which is $129 or something
A session?
a week for 2
Ugh.
sessions. Still, yeah, per
Gosh.
person. Let that sink in. This is me paying $14 a week for a gym membership.
Okay.
That was just 2 sessions a week,
Yep.
exercise only.
Yep.
If you added $10 to that per person, $139,
Yeah.
that includes nutrition. And Lord have mercy, I'll never pay someone to tell me what to eat.
No.
Because one, I'm not like Chris Hemsworth, like trying to beef up for Thor.
No.
I'm not
Yeah.
there to beef up for Maria. I just want to look good for Summer. Like, there's a difference, like he gets paid, Chris Hemsworth gets paid like bazillion dollars to do that for
Yeah.
like a 12-week boot camp.
Yes. I think a PT session like what you did is good to get the basics done. And then I would walk away with the knowledge that I have and just do it myself. I'm a resourceful person. So
I
it's
know.
something I got Jacob on because I'm COVID times. I had to find ways to like exercise. I get the accountability part
Yeah.
because I used to go to boxing classes and it makes a difference when someone's like pushing you.
Yeah.
Obviously COVID happened, so we couldn't like go to class. So I had to be smart about things and I started watching YouTube. And there's a lot, if you're so like being cheap like me, there are a lot of channels out there
There are.
that can help you. And so like one of my favorite ones, Juice and Toya, kettlebell, dumbbell
Yeah.
at home. I was like, you just have to up your weight or just pump the weight hard, like
Yeah.
do the reps more,
Yeah.
take shorter breaks. I'm like dead at the end of the exercises.
Okay.
So that's why I feel like a PT is a cult thing. Like it's good to know. It's like when you go to the physio
Yeah.
to get the basics of like
Yeah.
this stretch or the
Yeah.
exercise. And then afterwards you walk away with the knowledge and then you got to just do it yourself. You just got to, also I think it comes with running because
Now
I
that you
run.
mentioned physio, I
got-
love my physio.
I love physio too because I like obviously I run, so
Yeah.
I've injured myself before. But like what I've learned from running is it's all mental. You're the only one holding yourself back. Like this man, he can yell at you, but you're just wasting your money. You just have to fight your brain.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
So you'd rather waste your money?
Yes. But I'm not going to do it yet. Because
Okay.
me and Vincent have discussed, should we do it now? and we're gonna do it in the new year.
Okay.
Because it's like I understand that I understand the mental thing. I
Mm.
really do, and you can shit on me all you want, whatever. But sometimes it's just nice to have the accessibility of like a PT there, being like, okay, this is the right what do you call it, the form. Because I think sometimes what I struggle with the most is having the correct form, especially with
I think it
weightlifting.
depends on what the exercise you're doing.
Yeah.
Because if you start doing things like deadlifts, then you got to
You
protect your
gotta have,
back.
yeah, you gotta protect your back. You gotta have
Yeah.
the right form. You gotta squeeze the right places. If
Yeah.
you get what I mean. So that was really nice because like the PT showed his knowledge within
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
He also showed a bit of physio knowledge, which was great.
Again, there's so many videos on this. Just go on TikTok, guys.
Yeah, but like he was able to spot that Vincent's like hip is more pushed back. One side of his hip is more
I
pushed
can
back than the
spot
other.
that on myself.
What?
I'm resourceful.
How do you do that?
Because I've gone to physio and I've gone to chiro. I just do like a couple of sessions and I know. And I watch TikTok on YouTube and I build information. I can I can like watch my form and be like, oh, okay. Like for example, my right hip is tighter than my left. So I can
You're
like
a crazy
see my.
bitch.
It's just
You're so
self-awareness.
cheap.
It's self-awareness and
Wait,
resourcefulness.
so when was the last time you went to a physio?
Last year,
When last year?
September last year.
And that was it. And you're like, I have gained all my knowledge.
So
and never again.
I went like I think 8 sessions with this physio I paid for, and then with my ex-partner, he had some like package at work where
Yeah.
I got free physio too.
Yeah.
So I went to 2 different physios. One was like a sports kind
your
of physio.
ex-partner took physio?
Yeah, sometimes yes.
But he's so cheap.
It was free. It comes with his work. And also like partners and family could use it
I wonder
too.
if the physio just felt bones.
No, he was pretty good. Like he writes up a whole plan for
Okay.
you, based on what your goal is. And then I walked away. I went to 2 different physios, compared what they gave me.
Yeah.
They gave me very like 99% similar program.
To each other?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
And
That
then
means
I was
they're
like,
both-
oh, easy. So now like I can just YouTube something. And like on YouTube, there's so many resources and they all give you the same information as well.
Yeah, I have all the exercises that my physio has given me.
Yeah. And so
that I
like,
don't do.
well, that's your own fault.
Yeah, I know.
So, because when I went to the physio, she like obviously corrected things about like what I was doing wrong
Yeah.
with the exercises.
Yeah.
And now that I know, I'm like more aware about
Yeah.
it. And then if I do something else that's a bit different, or like I'll watch like a form video and I'll be
Yeah.
like, oh, I'll copy it, and I'll be like, oh, I don't do that. So now I know what I'm doing wrong based on like what I've just seen.
Interesting. This PT thing,
Yeah.
it's 12 weeks.
Okay.
So I thought about doing the 12 weeks.
Okay. And then what
And
happens
then-
after that?
You can renew or whatever. But
Yeah.
I thought I'm going to get as much knowledge as I can.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I'm whispering. Not that popular. But I'm going to try and get as much knowledge as I can.
Okay.
Ask the right questions.
Yeah. And that's what you should do.
And then
walk away.
walk
with it.
away
Yeah.
after the 12 weeks. And I think 12 weeks, 24 sessions is plenty to kind
Yeah.
of learn about form.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can't ask about nutrition because I'm not paying for it.
You don't need to know. Ask
No,
about
yeah, it's like
nutrition.
there's a book. I've literally got a book next to me about that.
Yeah.
Barely read, and that's on me.
Yeah.
As you said, this whole thing is like a pyramid scheme
Mhm.
that I'm willing to be part of. But there are other pyramid schemes that I'm not willing to be part of. And that
Okay.
is like circuit exercises.
I love circuit
Oh
exercises.
my God.
But like, what do you mean by circuit
like
exercise?
F45.
Oh no, I just do that by myself.
Yeah.
I don't need to join F45.
Yeah. So
Also, on that note, as I told you earlier, I just opened an article. F45 is in liquidation.
yeah, because Mark Wahlberg left it.
Yeah,
Was it
so
Mark
now
Wahlberg?
I
Yeah.
don't know, but like now they're just closing branches everywhere. Hence, the cult is failing.
But okay. Is it failing or has everyone else just gone to a different version of it?
Yeah,
Because you've got
BFT.
BFT,
BFT.
BFT, right? Like F45 BFT, there's like boxing ones, it's basically a version of
Boxing.
it.
I think boxing is different though. Like it's like
No,
actual.
no. Like it's a version of it. So it's like
Oh, what's
circuit
that?
training, but like you with
But it's
boxing.
not boxing.
No, they include boxing exercises.
But it's not like boxing.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
I
it's
guess
not-
BFT does do that.
Yeah. It's not like boxing.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, you're running as well. Oh, you're doing this. Oh, you're doing that. Oh, you're doing
Yeah, so-
burpees all of a sudden. What?
But when I used to do boxing at the boxing
You did
gym,
burpees?
yeah, it's very similar. It's circuit
Okay.
training.
And yeah, there's like BFTs and like, because I work in a city,
Mm.
literally in the middle of the day, there's people running and
Up and down the street, right?
up and around the block.
Yeah.
And you're like, where did they come from?
Yeah.
Question one, where did they come from? So you follow them. You go, oh, shoot, there's another new place that's open
Yeah.
there. And then two, don't these people have jobs? Because it's the middle of the day.
Maybe
This is
they're
their lunch
shift workers
break.
like me.
Maybe. And three, this thing is freaking expensive. Like this is
Oh,
like $80
absolutely.
a week situation things.
But again, going back to the cult, I'm going to shout out Mart. He's going to love this.
I was going to say,
Whatever his CrossFit gym
yeah,
is,
metal therapy.
it all comes down to posting it on the gram. It doesn't
That is
count if
true.
it's not on Instagram.
Yeah, no one knows it happened unless it's been posted there.
Yes, exactly. So all of these CrossFit BFT things always posted on Instagram to get more people to join them.
That's true, but my PT, I don't think will do that, and I don't want him to post me on
Does
social
he
media.
not have social media himself as a marketing tool?
Yeah, he does. I found it.
And he would definitely post you.
No, he doesn't post his
Clients.
clients.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
More like tutorials and
That's
stuff like
interesting. Yeah, because other PTs would like post like
No.
their clients exercising and things like that.
that. Ugh, I don't want it because like me exercising is not the prettiest thing I've ever seen.
It's not meant to be pretty.
Yeah, it's not meant to be
I
pretty.
hate, so when I used to do boxing, I remember one of my trainers in the class, she's very nice, but I'm like mid punching the bag and she just wants to chat. And I'm like, I didn't come here to chat. Unless you're yelling at me to punch harder or correct my
When
form,
you say
I don't want
chat,
to talk.
like what do you mean?
Talk about a life.
Nah, that's not what we're here for.
I'm not
like,
paying
Yeah, I'm not paying
to
you
talk. I'm paying
to ask me like
die.
where you're a hairdresser and we're
Yeah.
having a conversation. This isn't it.
No.
You gotta kill me. I'm here to sweat.
Exactly. I need to
You're
be
gonna tell me
destroyed.
that I'm a weak bitch and that my daddy's gonna choke me. Oh, sorry,
Oh.
wrong class. Wrong class.
Oh, that's not the class we're at.
Okay.
But that's also why things like yoga and reformer Pilates. So I do yoga at home as well. Just watch yoga channels on YouTube and get a mat and do it yourself, right? But I've had a conversation with my housemate how she used to go to like a studio in South Yarra, and you know when she
Oh,
walked
not
in,
the studio in South Yarra.
she'd walk in and it was like the vibe. Like, you know, you've got your scented candles, you've got your soothing music in the
For
background.
Pilates.
No, for yoga. For
Oh,
yoga.
okay, yeah.
But I've never done reformer Pilates, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure maybe it's similar. But yeah, and then there'd be that lady at the front desk being like, "Hi, how
Nah.
are you today?" And she was like, it was just such a vibe. And
How
I was
much-
like, I don't need to pay for any of that. I'm here to clear my head. I'm here to be present
Stretched.
and grounded and stretched.
And stretched.
All I need is my yoga mat and a YouTube video and someone telling me,
Well, that's
doing
what I
yoga.
used to do.
Yeah.
Until Vincent banned me from doing yoga.
Why?
With Adrian.
why?
Because he thinks it's letting bad spirits in.
Oh, Vincent.
But that's another discussion.
Oh, Vincent. She's so good.
She is. But I can't let the third eye in.
Open up your chakras.
Don't. Not in this household.
You just have to open up your chakras.
That is a lukewarm take that Vincent can discuss another
Oh,
time.
interesting. Maybe we should discuss it when we start talking about astrology. It's not even astrology.
No, that's not astrology.
It's just holisticness.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not having that discussion. It's too
Oh, interesting.
Yes, I haven't seen Adrian.
Well, did you watch any other people on yoga on
Well, that's
YouTube?
what Vincent said. It's like, oh, there's so many other people there. That's not like preaching the third eye. And I'm like, okay, I gave up. Just because like I had a really good don't I know. Just had I like it was a fun time with Adrian and I can't like
She's
so she's good.
I'm just so
but I've learned
confused.
a lot from her that I don't need to watch her as
Okay.
much.
I'm just so I don't watch her as often anymore either, but I'm just so confused.
Don't. I think you have to have this conversation with him
Oh
offline.
gosh. I just don't understand. But yeah, I think we need to discuss because I need him to explain to me
He won't.
what even is happening.
So yeah, so it's like staying fit, a pyramid scheme, or is it just PT? I think PT is a pyramid
I
scheme.
think PT is a pyramid scheme and all of the extra circuit things
Stuff. Yeah,
that
yeah.
come with
You
it.
could okay.
Because you
This might
can
be
do
my,
them without joining a class.
Well, yeah, this might be my famous last words, but I once told myself, "Oh, I'll never do a PT." I've broken that promise.
Never
And I
say
will be-
never.
Yeah, I will be breaking that promise very soon.
Yeah.
But I have also very much told myself that I will not be doing circuit exercise. Like I will not be part of BFT or F45 because I just don't like I just don't want to pay
Oh
that.
no, I'm not paying for that. I can do that at home.
Yeah, and also apparently with those circuit things like this, because there's so many people doing it in one class, you don't get focused on, and then apparently you can hurt yourself a lot.
I mean, CrossFit.
Yeah.
Look at how they carry the weight above their shoulders.
And it's like no one shows you the right form because there's no time. You have 45 seconds and 15 seconds rest, and that's it. And you got to move to the next thing.
Yeah, that's true. So I feel like that's something I really liked about my boxing gym is because even if though we did stuff like this, they'll spend enough time with every person to make sure that they're doing it good.
Yeah, but this is the same gym that had the lady talk to you about life.
Yeah, but she just likes to chat. But she's such a good trainer. When she left, I stopped going to classes.
Oh.
Because her exercise programs were just like her classes were so good.
Maybe she knew that she was so good that she was like, okay, I can sneak in a personal chat here.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Or she just wanted some social time for herself instead of just yelling at people. But I think that's a difference about like if you do like boxing compared to like F45 or BFT, like you actually, that's proper circuit training. Like
yeah, I'm not doing that. You'll never catch me dead there. I'd rather not.
Like boxing?
No.
Oh, F45.
F45.
No,
You know
fine.
what?
I considered joining BFT because I really miss doing boxing like circuit training until I looked at the price.
How much?
It was like $59 a week.
No. I mean, I'm saying yes, to
yeah,
129 a week, but that's a personal person. That's a person telling me to drive. And that is it for today's episode.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. Thank you for listening. We really appreciate it because we know there's like a gazillion podcasts out there, and you decide to, spend your 45 minutes with us, F45 style.
Yeah,
and we really appreciate that. Like, there's only 24 hours in a day, and you decided to spend 3/4 of an hour on us.
Shout out to Gab. Oh wait, this is the wrong episode.
Wrong episode, babe.
Cut that out.
No.
Anyways, Gab, if you're listening, you decided to put 45 minutes of your time to us.
Why Gab?
Because he can find time for his friends.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he could be listening to it during his cardio sessions. Anyway, you can find us at Instagram and TikTok at Hazel and Marion. Or you can email us at hazelandmarion.pod@gmail.com. Otherwise, you can fill in the questionnaire at the bottom of this episode and the Q&A.
Please
and the poll
fill
that
in
we
the
have.
questionnaire. We want to hear and we want to discuss your answers with you.
Exactly. And we put up weekly polls on our socials as well, in our stories, so you can interact with us.
Yeah.
We love hearing from you. And
give us a follow on Instagram. We are looking for more followers because we are.
Now you sound desperate.
We are desperate.
I'm not.
Desperate for cats.
Yeah.
Attention.
Send us your cat vids.
Yes,
Send us
please.
your pussy vids.
Oh, no, not that kind of vids. No DPs. No pussy vids.
But again, thank you so much. And yeah, at Hazel and Marion.
Thanks for joining. See you next time.
Bye.